The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance into a single elimination in-season tournament, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Las Vegas. First time, here's something special for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVES. That's code MONEYMOVE for new customers to get $150 in bonus bet if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. As a former NFL player, I know a thing or two about high performance, and that's why I drive the BMW 7 Series. This car has everything I need. It's big enough, comfortable enough, and luxurious enough to meet even my high expectations. When I'm behind the wheel of the BMW, I'm not just driving a car, I'm driving legacy. What I love most is the precision engineering, cutting-edge technology, and unmatched style, whether it's spacious interior, the powerful engine, or the smooth ride. BMW makes sure every detail is on point. I trust BMW to deliver the ultimate driving experience, and I know you will too. So why wait? Head over to BMWUSA.com. Check out models like the sporty X3, the all-electric i4. Build your dream car today and join me in experiencing luxury and performance that only the ultimate driving machine can offer. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe. He is Liberty City's own Bengal Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson, but you can call him Ocho. You watched the Alabama get beat by Oklahoma. Number 7 Alabama lost 24-3, and we'll get to the Colorado game. They also lost by the score of 37-21. Told y'all guys that was the game that I feared the most out of the last 4 or 5 games that they're going to play. But we'll get to that in a moment. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you to all our loyal and faithful subscribers, listeners, viewers. We greatly, greatly appreciate your support, and hopefully you'll continue to give us your support. Make sure you go check out Shea by Laportier. We do have an abundance in stock, realizing the holidays are right around the corner. We have Thanksgiving less than a week away. Then you have Christmas and you have New Year's. What better way to celebrate those days than with a bottle of Shea by Laportier? If you can't find it in a city or a state near you, just order it online and we'll get it to you promptly. Do me one more favor. Please drink responsibly. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shay Media. And my clothing company, 84. Our newest release dropped last month. And our Black Friday sale just launched. Shirts are $20 off and hoodies are $40 off. Who idea was that? Ash over here. Yeah, coming out your check, Ash. All tees and hoodies are back in stock. Nightcap, Club Shay, and 84. Everything is in stock. And yeah, it is way too discounted, Ash. We've also released some stocking stuffers, such as beanies and cozies. I didn't know what cozies were. They're, what is it called? Koozies. They're sleeves for your beverage. You know when you put your can on a sleeve? That's what they are. They're sleeves for your beverage. All this koozie, cozy, what is a sleeve? It is a bottle or a can sleeve that puts your beverage in and keeps it the way it was supposed to be. Cool. Quantities are limited, so make sure you grab yours while supplies last. And the biggest shocker of the day, unranked, the Oklahoma Sooners, unranked, upset the number 7 Alabama Crimson Tide 24-3, which likely ends the Crimson Tide playoff hopes after a 3rd loss of the season. The Tide have lost 3 games this season, haven't lost 3 games in a season since 2010.
I have a question, before you even go on. You just said we started out Oklahoma upsets number 7 Alabama. Is it really an upset with the way Alabama has been playing all season? Is it really when you think about it, the way they played all season?
Yeah. Oklahoma coming into that game was 5-5. Now you tell me.
All right. All right. Go ahead.
But Alabama couldn't stop the run. Oklahoma ran the ball 50 times for 257 yards. They threw the ball 11 times for 68 yards. The one thing Alabama has always prided themselves on is the ability to stop the run. And they could not stop it. Also, this is what we know about Alabama. Jalen Milroe, when they lose ball games, all you got to do is just go back and look at his turnover. Look and see what he did. Go back and look at Vanderbilt. They lost. He turned the ball over multiple times. Go back and look at Tennessee. He turned the ball over multiple times. Look at Alabama. He turned the ball over multiple times. What he needs to realize, your team is not good enough to overcome your mistakes. They're not. They're just not. They're not equipped to deal with that. And the way Alabama has always been built is that they take the ball away. They don't give it away. They normally able to run the football, not allow you to run the football. But this year, they haven't been able to stop the run consistently. And when Jalen Milroe plays a clean game, when he doesn't turn it over or he minimizes his turnover, Alabama has the ability to win all their games. Well, they've lost 3, lost to unranked Vanderbilt, they lost to Tennessee, and they lost to unranked Oklahoma, which probably, with all likelihood, ends their college football playoff hopes. And that's a good thing because all Alabama was going to do is get in there and get embarrassed.
Yeah. But listen, especially for Jalen Milroe, I'm not trying to make any excuses for him, but the 2 defensive ends for Oklahoma today caused havoc the entirety of the game. All 4 quarters. They made him very uncomfortable. He couldn't even get in the rhythm. He couldn't get in the rhythm if he wanted to, and he had happy feet, always having someone draped on him when he was trying to throw the ball. I would love to give Oklahoma their credit to the defensive scheme that they played against Alabama, not only making him uncomfortable, but the secondary as well and the second level playing extremely well. But they couldn't run the ball. Honestly, they really couldn't do anything. Honestly,
no.
They were one-dimensional all goddamn day, and the one thing they could do, they couldn't even do that.
Oklahoma is very good against the rush. So you know and that's what you do. When you have a team in your building and you know the crowd is going to be a factor, what you try to do, you take away the run. Now we get an opportunity to pin our ears back because we know they're going to be a tad late getting off the ball. And I know everybody's going to silent count. Everybody's looking. The guard looks back at the quarterback. You ready? And then he flashes his hand in front of the That's not the same as being able to hear that snap count. Because now the tackle's got to try to do this inside, but he's got edge rushers on the edge. And so now you're just a fraction. And that's all these guys need. That he who hesitates is beat. But give Oklahoma credit. They came ready to play. They're trying to get bowl eligible. It's really that simple. I mean, these teams, we're not going to the college football playoff, but we can end on a great note. We can get to a bowl, possibly win a bowl, give us something good to go into the spring practice for, something for us to build on 2025. But Alabama, this is a very, very, you lose to unranked Vanderbilt, you lose to unranked Oklahoma. There's no shame in losing on the road at Tennessee, but you got to cut down on the turnovers because your team is not good enough to overcome that. Jalen Milroe did not play particularly well today. Well, he didn't play well at all. Ain't no particular. He didn't play well. You're right, Ocho. They did a great job of getting after him, but they're going to get after your ass in the NFL. You say you have hopes and dreams and aspirations to play at the next level. What do you think you're going to be able to pat the ball back there like you're in 7-on-7? No, you're going to have to be able to function under duress. And that's what the great quarterbacks, the great players can do. They can function under duress. And tonight, he did not do a good job of that. But they couldn't run the football like you mentioned, 30 rushes, 70 yards. Now you're one-dimensional. I know you can't run it. You know you can't run it. And so now we're going to put you in 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11, 2nd and long, 3rd and long. Now we just come get you. Really, they got okay receivers. Williams is sensational, the freshman. And Bernard, he number 5. So they got receivers, but tonight was not Alabama's finest showing, considering they played a team that was very inspired. Brett Venables wanted to give it, he hears the whispers. This is not the Oklahoma. Oklahoma don't go 6 and 5. But give those guys credit. Give Oklahoma credit. They came out ready to play. They took it to Alabama. And Alabama now, for all intents and purposes, are done with the college football playoff. I just don't see how you lose 2 games to unranked teams. That's three losses, and somehow you still make it in, especially unranked team. If these teams were ranked, like, damn, that is a tough gauntlet, man. You lost to Oklahoma ranked, you lost to Vanderbilt ranked, you lost to Tennessee ranked, but you lost to 2 of these teams. They were unranked at the time in which they beat you.
I have a question, especially the question for the chat too, as well. Understanding how the voters always have some type of favoritism for teams like this. Sometimes the rules are skewed. They do things uncharacteristic to allow a certain team to get in the playoffs. How would y'all feel, Unc? How would you feel if for some reason Alabama is able to get in the playoffs anyway, even with having 3 losses?
Well, look, Alabama has a huge fan base. They're going to travel. They rate very well. But who do you leave? I mean, Georgia seems like they're going to go. The only thing that I hate, Ocho, is that the conference, and Lane Kiffin brought this up. He said there might be a team that's on the bubble, a team that has 2 losses. They go to the conference championship. They lose. They're going to be out. While somebody didn't even make their conference title get an opportunity to go. So if you're not careful, Ocho, in the next couple of years, you watch the Big Ten and the SEC say the hell away with big championships because they don't mean anything. They cause more harm than good. Because the last thing I want to do is go to a championship game, Ocho, and lose it and get beat, and a team that didn't even make it gets an opportunity to go. So we're going to see how that plays out. Obviously, the SEC and the Big Ten controls all the cards. Whatever they say is going to go. There's nothing the NCAA, there's nothing the ACC, there's nothing any other conference can do about it. Those 2 mega conferences control everything because they have all the blue bloods. They have all the programs. They have the Alabamas, the Georgias. They have the Texases. They have the Ohio States, the Michigans, the Penn States, and yada, yada, yada. So they're going to control what college football is going to look like moving forward.
The funny thing before you finish is I understand Alabama has 3 losses now, but also what it comes down to, what we can't forget about is what's the most important factor for these teams when it comes down to teams going into the playoffs. It's all about money at the end of the day. Who's going to generate us the most revenue as well? So despite those losses, I'm just saying for those of you in the chat and those of you that are going to see this at some point, let's forget what the bottom line is at the end of the day. What teams going into the playoffs can generate the most revenue?
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. Texas A&M. I mean, because look, you got Georgia, you got Texas, and you got A&M vying to go to the SEC championship. So there's a chance that one of those teams don't go, and then one of those teams do. The other 2 teams go. Somebody's got to lose, and guess what? The other team just sitting right back there saying, "Thank you." Because it's not that you lost. When did you lose? It's better to lose early than lose late. We've seen that before. But this is going to be very interesting. I don't think Alabama would have earned the right to go. I know with their fan base, I know the eyeballs that they generate through ratings, but losing to 2 unranked teams, that should be a disqualifier right there. Kansas Jayhawks became the first team in college football history with a losing record to beat 3 consecutive top 25 teams by knocking off Coach Prime's 16th ranked Colorado Buffalo. Ocho, remember I told you. I see this is the game that scares me.
You said
this is the game that scares me because they're going to be trying to get bowl eligible. They are at home. They've got nothing to lose. And so I was more concerned about fake punts, fake field goals, blitzing when you don't because when you don't have anything to lose, the Colorado anything goes. Anything's off the table. I go for it on 4th because they already expected me to lose, Ocho. So if I go for a fake punt and get stopped, so what? I was supposed to lose anyway. If I go for a fake field goal and don't get it, Ocho, so what? If I go for it on 4th downs, and so I was supposed to lose. But they played extremely well today. They ran the football
crazy
without knowing the score. If I told you one team ran the ball for 330 plus yards, one team was 9 of 14 on 3rd down, 2 of 2 on 4th down. So that makes them 11 of 16 on 3rd and 4th downs. If I tell you said team also possessed the ball for 40 minutes, you're going to say they beat the hell out of somebody. That was Kansas. Kansas ran the ball 57 times for 331 yards. They possessed the ball 40 minutes. Coach Prime said the Buffaloes fumbled their own destiny. They did. We controlled our own destiny. They did. They didn't need any help from anybody. They didn't have to say, you know, Ocho, sometimes in football, well, if Pittsburgh beat Cleveland and then this team and then the Houston Texans beat Jags and Indy tie, we can get in. No, all you had to do was win. And you were in the driver's seat. You were in the catbird seat. And they came out a little slow offensive. Before you know it was 10-0. Then it was what? 17-7 and 17-0? 17-0, excuse me. And Travis Hunter gets a touchdown, gets a sensational block. He goes in for the touchdown. And it's a 17-7. They get it to 21-23. You're like, okay, now we got something. They're settled in. But Ocho, it was second. Okay, they got a holding call. So it's 1st and 20. But they got a sack also that made it second, that would have made it 2nd and 11. Coach Prime declines it. Rob Livingston, the D coordinator, has a run blitz on. They got the guy. It should be 3rd and 13. They missed Neal, who had an outstanding night running the football, 37 carries, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns. So what should have been 3rd and 13, he gets 25 yards. Shiloh horse collars him. He gets another 15. So what should have been 3rd and 13, all of a sudden it's a 40-yard game. Missed tackle after missed tackle. They had to have at least 20 or more missed tackles. I mean, at some point, I'm like, bro, they're not going to throw the ball. Why would I throw it when I can turn around and hand it off and get the same amount of yards if I were?
It was working every time. It was working every time, and obviously the defense couldn't get off the field. Not only could the defense not get off the field, but offensively, what the Kansas defense did to the goddamn Buffs is they always kept them in 3rd and long. They always kept them in 3rd and long, over and over, and they made them one-dimensional because they couldn't run the ball. If you can't run the ball on offense, and they know you have to throw at some point, it makes it that much more difficult for your offense to be effective. Shedeur can only do so much. Travis Hunter can only do so much. You got to be able to run the ball, especially against a team like Kansas that has quality players, despite what their record may be. Knowing that they have nothing to lose, I'm throwing the kitchen sink and everything else I got right at you.
Yeah. Neal, 37 carries, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 4 catches, 80 yards, 1 touchdown. He caught a little simple swing pass out of the backfield. They missed too many tackles. Shiloh has to understand everything can't be a big hit. He takes some terrible angles, Ocho. He really does.
He be trying to. He's what we call a thumper.
Yeah, but thumpers end up seeing the back of the guy's jersey as he runs into the end zone. Because in order to be a thumper, you got to take great angles. Because you got to go to the point where you think he's going to be, and you got to get there at a high rate of speed.
Yeah.
Right. So if you take the wrong angle, you're already out play because your momentum is not going to let you change directions. And he has to understand that everything can't be a big hit. It's okay to sometimes just get the guy on the ground. I know the crowd goes crazy. I know your sideline goes crazy when you throw those big hits. But what it does, it puts you in a vulnerable position because a lot of times you're going to be out of position. And on that long run, he took a terrible angle. He did. Yeah, he had 13 tackles, which is not good because he's a safety. That means your first 2 levels did a horrible job.
Yeah, hey, that goddamn
job.
Devin Neal, boy, he had a hell of a game today, boy.
200 yards, 37 for 207. They ran the ball 57 times for 331 and 3 touchdowns.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Colorado only had 40. They ran 42. They had 42 snaps that counted. They had 29 passes. Shedeur didn't play. Shedeur had 23 or 29. Had a touchdown. He had a touchdown. The guy made a great play and pulled it out. Give him credit. Shepard caught the ball, and the DB came over the top and ripped it out. Give him credit. The guy get defensive. Sometimes we got to can't say every time a play is made, you can't say, well, the guy dropped it. No, the guy, defensive guys, they get, you got to give those guys credit also. Yeah. He made a great play on the ball. But Ocho, when you, like I said, when you time of possession is 40 to 20,
lopsided.
they had almost 300 more rush yards than what Colorado had. So when you lose the top time of possession, when you lose the rush yardage, the total yardage, and you can't force the team to turn it over, you're gonna get beat. You are. I mean, you are. You just it's really that simple. And they squandered a great opportunity. Now, guess what? All those people that have been hoping, that have been quiet,
they're gonna be loud, man.
For the last,
they're gonna be loud, huh? Oh, they're going to be as loud as possible. But still, even with them being loud, you still have to understand this is a successful season based on what they did last year. It's still a successful season, even if you don't have an opportunity to play in the Big 12 championship. What you've been able to accomplish, they ain't no reason to be holding your head down. I'm just saying in general, I'm being optimistic on what they've been able to do in such a short amount of time. You go 111
like
111 to 4-8 to 8 and wait to 7 and wait. What's the record now?
They were 1 and 12. They were 4 and 8, and now they're 8 and 3. But Ocho, if I dislike you, I don't see any positive in anything you did.
You know what?
Do you understand how that works?
When you're a hater, you're gonna always find something wrong. And if you're a nitpicker, no matter who the person is, or no matter how great that individual or team success may be, I'm always gonna find something wrong. You can do that. I mean, it's easy to do that. You can nitpick about any goddamn thing if you want to.
You can. If that's what you choose to do. But if you look at it objectively, I don't think you can say that Coach Time has not done a good job with this football team. They go from 1 and 12 to go from 4 and 8 to here we are 8 and 3, and you go into a bowl game. You close out. How many games they got left? 2?
Yeah, I think 2 more.
They got Oklahoma State at home. Who they got else? That's the only game they get at home? That's the last game? Oh, okay. So they only got 1 game left. Oklahoma State. Yeah. No, I'm not going to look, y'all, if you watch the game, you saw it. I know a lot of you guys don't look at the game the way I look at it, because I'm not looking at, they score, okay, fine. I look at why they scored. I'm looking at the formations. I'm looking at the coverages. I'm looking at the fronts. And I'm looking at a lot of different things to try to come up with the best when I come in and I talk to you to tell you this is why what happened. They were terrible run fits. They were terrible angles. Like I said, Neal should have been tackled a couple of times in the backfield for negative yards. He's getting 10 yards, what should have been a negative play. Guys just missing tackles, taking terrible angles. Coach Prime said he got the success is intoxicating. And maybe that was the case, but they definitely did not come. When you go on the road, Ocho, you have to they're going to swarm early. You have to match that intensity.
You got to.
It's hard to spot a team on the road 17 points and come back.
In order to spot a team 17 points and have an opportunity to come back, your offense got to be hitting on all cylinders.
AM says, Shannon, you're not the only one watching the game analytically. Okay, are you going to get a chance to talk about it? What's your podcast? Because I want to hear. Are you on television, linear television? I mean, just shoot me. Hey, hop back in there and say, well, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm breaking the game down. And I said a lot. I didn't say all. There's no such thing as all in every. But I know most people are not didn't break down tape like you and I did for a living. And now all of a sudden I don't really get an opportunity to really enjoy the game, Ocho, because it's just not about touchdowns. It's just not about sacks and interceptions. I need to know why. I need to know how. So that way, when I go on when I'm doing Nightcap or I'm doing ESPN, I can talk with a high degree of certainty. This is what happened, and this is why it happened. Not to say everybody doesn't watch it like that, but normally people that didn't play the game or doesn't have a job that's in television where you have to talk about it, don't look at it like that. You just don't, because you don't know what you're looking for. So just hop back in and just let me know, because I want to hear your analysis on it, because I really want to see how you do. I want to see how you do. I want to see how you break down the game and how you look at it. Yeah, I do. Because I mean, when I hear guys on television, a lot of times like Saturday night, a lot of times I see things kind of similar. Dan looks at it from a quarterback perspective.
Yeah, it's different.
So
it's different.
yeah, I don't. He and I, we see some things the same. I kind of see things more like me and Saturday kind of see things. Even Ryan and Fox see things differently than I do. I take an approach. Okay, this I remember go back and I was like, okay, they were in this front, they was in this front, they was in this coverage against this formation. Okay, why? That should have been covered. It's like Ocho, we was talking about, bro, how you give up when you got quarter, you got deep quarter, he got deep quarter, he got deep quarter. How you give that up?
Normally, but every time
bro,
every time.
Why are you down? Why are you down there trying to take an out route away when that's Roquan Smith's responsibility? That is not your responsibility. That's what left me baffled. They talking about, and Cam was like, hey, you know, sometimes the woman, you know, she dangled that skirt in front of you. Yeah, but Cam, he married. He ain't supposed to look. That's what I'm saying. He can't look. He already got somebody, because that's not his responsibility. And so it was tough to watch, to see Neal, how he ran the ball with such conviction. It's been a while since I saw a guy that ran angry. It was the first guy did not bring Neal down.
Not one time.
He's like, I am not going down with the first contact. It's going to take more than one. And even if you got his leg, he was stumbling for 3, 4, 5 yards.
He always fell forward and was always he was always past the second level every time. Whenever he did get tackled, he was always past the second level.
Yeah, and so like I said, when I see your corner, your safety have 13 tackles. Another guy corner had 9 tackles. That's too many. That's too many. That means the first 2 levels are not doing a good job, and that means guys are up on the second level because they only had 14 completions. So it's not like you're getting a whole lot of opportunity to tackle. You had 85 total tackles, Ocho.
Woo.
That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. But look, all is not lost. You get an opportunity to finish up at home. You win the game at home. You're 9-3. Now you're probably going to go to a really good bowl game because it is Coach Prime. It is Shedeur. It is Travis Hunter. People don't want to see that game. They'll travel. So I think they'll get a very good game. Go ahead.
Now we talk about seeing them in a big bowl game. Now we know Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders are going to the draft next year. Do they play is the next question. Do they play in the bowl game? Because you know how players have been sitting out the past few years.
Yes.
Past the bowl game. So that's another question that comes.
True. We've seen a lot of that happen lately. If you go back and look at Bryce Young didn't make the college football playoff. He played in the final game. A lot of these teams play, their players play. But if they didn't play, am I going to hold it against them? No. And seeing, Ocho, I don't know if you saw this play with the linebacker from Kansas. He went that's dirty.
He went low and hit the knee. That play.
The only thing that saved Shedeur, he was a split second and he got that leg up. Had he not got that leg, that foot at the dirt, there's no way that guy doesn't rip the knee. And it was intentional because his head was down. He was going for the man's knee.
Yeah.
And that's Bush League, bro. That's Bush League. I mean, you wouldn't want someone to do you like that. Now, I don't know what the young man's draft status is, but karma, man. Hey, karma sometimes it's long. Sometimes it's long, and other times it's like Amazon Prime. They'll get it to you the same day. So, bro, be careful. But that was a Bush League play. Bro, that was a Bush League play. And look, I'm not saying Colorado fans do not send the man death threats. You can be upset, and you have every right to be upset. But it was a Bush League play. It was a dirty play. It was an intentional play. I don't care what his coach says. I don't care what his parents says. I don't care what he says. That was intentional. It was deliberate. I'm going at the man's knees, and I'm going to do what I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to take him out. That's what that was. That was Butch Lee. Shedeur spoke about the dirty play hit after the game, Ocho. He said it doesn't know how the play was legal, given a non-call from the officiating crew. I don't know how that's legal. Overall, I understand that, but it is what it is. It was a couple of plays like that, but yeah, it was. Shedeur also had a chippy moment between him and the ref. Shedeur took issue to one of the officiators, blocking him from getting in the face of the Jayhawks and chose to shove the official. The official did not throw a penalty on him for the shove. Shedeur, just be careful, bro. Because at the next level, you're gonna get tossed.
You can't.
It's really that simple. You're gonna get tossed out of the game. If you put your hands on an official when there's a confrontation between you or team, whatever the case may be, you're gonna get tossed. It's not worth it. And plus, you're the quarterback. I understand when emotion is high, logic is generally low. But just be smart. Just be smart. You're too valuable. That's not a good trade-off because the official stays in the game and you get tossed. I know the game was over, but hey, just be smart. Just a lesson learned, something to move forward. I'm not telling anything that his dad is not going to have a conversation with when they get home. If they haven't had the conversation already. Son, be smart. You're much too valuable. That's not a good trade-off. Even if you were to shove a player, you get tossed, he get tossed. How is that a good trade-off?
The whole game.
Yeah, absolutely. But give them give Kansas credit. They're bowl. They need one more win to be bowl eligible, right? They're 5-6. Kansas. They need 6 wins to be bowl eligible. So they put themselves in position to be bowl eligible. They're the first team to have a losing record to beat 3 ranked teams consecutive. That's good coaching. They could have easily given up on the season, but you know what? They said, nah, we still got something to play for. They're playing their tails off, and congratulations to Kansas Jayhawks as they take down the number 16 Colorado Buffaloes by the score of 37-21. Now it's a 4-way tie atop the Big 12. Arizona State 6-2, BYU 6-2, Iowa State Cyclones 6-2, Colorado Buffaloes 6-2. Man, the Buffs, those 2 teams from Kansas, Kansas State and Kansas Jayhawks.
Beat them.
Yeah.
Damn.
Let's see what happens. It's a 4-way tie, and probably what do they take? The higher ranked of the teams? How are they going to settle this? Okay. Well, none of these teams, they didn't play. You didn't play anybody but Arizona State, right? Did they play Arizona State or they played Arizona? Because I don't think any of these teams that have the tie record, they didn't play BYU, they didn't play Iowa State, and they didn't play Arizona State. Okay. We're going to get you that information. Travis Hunter. The tie teams will be compared based on their head-to-head records during the season. Well, to my estimation, I don't think Colorado played any of the teams that they're tied with, Ocho. Tied teams will be compared based on percentage against common conference opponents. Okay. Tied teams will be compared based on win percentage against the next highest placed common opponent in the standings, based on record of all games played within the conference. Man, that shit too complicated. Excuse me. Man, that thing too complicated.
Hey,
we just got to wait for this thing to play out.
It always has been. It always has been. You would have to really be, what's the word I'm looking for? Really have great understanding on how the format works in general to understand, knowing the team's records and how they judge and decide who goes in, because sometimes it gets confusing. It's damn near like calculus.
Yes. Because it used to be, okay, head to head, and then common opponents. And then how, what did you do in the conference? Schedule. That in the NFL, you know what I'm saying, Ocho, that's the way it was, okay, head to head, division. conference opponents, common opponents. Man, I ain't got time for all that. Travis Hunter odds soars in spite of a loss. He hauled in 125 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns on 8 receptions. Hunter eclipsed the 100-yard receiving mark for the 6th time this season, tying a single-season school record. On defense, Hunter, 7 total tackles, 2 pass breakups, and an interception. Here's the thing, Ocho. Had he got that interception, which he don't,
were you undercutted
on the side? Yeah. They'd go ahead and send him to Heisman.
You might as well. Especially he almost had it too. If it wasn't for the ground, he would have caught that.
Yeah. DraftKings Sportsbook now have him as a minus 800 favorite ahead of Ashton Jeanty, who has the second best odds at plus 650. I just don't, unless he rushes for 400 yards and 6 touchdowns, I just don't know how he overtakes him. I just don't know.
He's not going to overtake him. Listen, Travis Hunter is going to win the Heisman Trophy. Everybody can see that. Everybody can see that. Now, I would hope, and again, I've said it before, those that are doing the voting, I would hope that they don't allow their personal vendetta against Prime, maybe not liking them for whatever reason it may be, but don't allow your personal issues with Prime to take away from a player's success that's doing something absolutely phenomenal and spectacular that's been done before but never been done to this magnitude. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, damn, he big as hell, boy. Hey, I'll whoop him.
Tight man. Your name Titus? You daddy's boy?
Make him bark.
He said, "Nah, I don't bark until you come in here the house. You come in the house."
He bite? Oh, he bite?
Oh, hell yeah. What? I see you. All right, off.
Oh, he listened too, boy. You said off and he cleared
it. Boise State defeating Wyoming 17-13. Ashton, the aforementioned Ashton Jeanty, 20 carries, $169, 1 touchdown. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Ash, what is he? 2,000. He needed 107. So now he's what? 2,062 rush yards? I think he had 1,893. So let's go with 2,062. I'll take 2,062 for 800, Alex.
Hey, I like Ashton Jeanty is good.
Yeah, he's good, and that's he's having a great season.
Yeah,
but me personally, I don't think he's the best player in college football. Now, if he had put together a Barry Sanders type season, okay, now we got a conversation. 11 games, 2,600 yards, 40.
Yeah, we got a conversation.
Travis Hunter.
We got a conversation. But he is good though. I don't want to take anything away from him, especially what he's doing from a statistical standpoint. But what Travis Hunter is doing, running back, yes, it's one thing. Being able to play both sides of the ball consistently every single goddamn snap and play at the level on both sides of the ball, man. What Travis Hunter is doing, man, is something different, man. It needs to be seen as such.
You knocked it off. Yeah, he's playing unbelievable. I mean, he got out the gate for the first carry, went 61 yards. And so look, they saving him. He only had 19 carries. So he's playing good. Look, I don't want to diminish the man because I think I think he's a phenomenal football player and he's having an unbelievable season. But I just don't think we've seen anything like Travis Hunter. We've seen guys. Look, I'm old enough to remember Champ from Charlton County. Our teams used to play each other a lot. I watched Champ at the University of Georgia. Woody, Charles Woodson. I remember when Woody came out, he went to the Raiders. We played against Woody a lot before he went, obviously I retired. He went to Green Bay. Who else? What was the guy from UCLA? He was a running back. He was a running back, and a linebacker, Miles
Yeah.
Jack. Miles Jack, he was, freshman of the year and defensive. He was phenomenal. But this kid here, bro, y'all stop that. Oh, he ain't play. See, you see what
Hey,
they say?
what they say? What they say?
Now Travis Hunter ain't played. Travis Hunter ain't played one elite team. You see what they do, Ocho?
Hold on. What?
You see what they do,
I have a
Ocho?
question before you say that. Now, again, this is where we talk about nitpicking, where you can nitpick. Well, we can say Ashton Jeanty ain't played against no.
Ain't played one elite
Yeah,
team.
I mean, you can say the same thing. I mean,
okay, what are the elite? Okay, if they don't mind me asking, what's the elite team? Well, he did play. I think Boise State did play Oregon. Are we saying Oregon is elite team?
I mean, obviously, how did he do against Oregon, though, huh?
He went for like 100 and something. Oh, he's gone over 100 every damn game.
Yeah. I think people need to understand. If you're not a casual fan, you understand the player's skill set and understand the skill set that they do have will translate to any team that they're playing. And that's what Travis Hunter is. Regardless of who they're playing, what he's able to do from a skill set perspective, he can do that on anybody. It doesn't matter who
he had against Oregon. But I just don't like. I mean, y'all try to do anything y'all can to undermine anything that's
always.
He had 192 against Oregon.
Oh my God.
3 touchdowns. Yeah. Oh, he legit. He's legit. But it seems to me what they'll do anything to undermine anything that CU because it's related to Coach Prime. You watch the game.
I just said that.
What that guy's doing. You watch the game. Look at the level at which he's playing it. He ain't just out there. He's intercepting the balls. He had a big forced fumble that ended up winning the game against North Dakota State. He's outstanding interceptions. Look at the touchdowns. Look at the plays that he's making. Give the man his credit, man. Y'all, I mean, come on now. I get it. But like I said, I think Ashton Jeanty, he deserved the Dope Walker. I think he's an All-American, no question about it. But in my estimation, watching them both play, I think Travis Hunter is the best player in college. Florida knocks off number 9 Ole Miss knocked them out of the college football playoff with a 24-17 win in the Swamp. Florida, which has topped LSU last Saturday in the Swamp, beat ranked teams in consecutive weeks for the first time since 2008. We're just getting started, Billy Napier said. This is a part of the big picture journey. Belief is the most powerful thing in the world. Ole Miss, which came in as a 10-point favorite, lost for the first time in 4 games and will drop out of the 12-team playoff picture.
Florida.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is the Florida we expected to see early. We didn't expect them to be as bad as they were. They're 6-5 now. They got off to a very, very sluggish start.
Horrible start.
They were not playing particularly well. But Billy Napier has turned his team around, got them playing extremely well. They did a great job of keeping Jackson Dart. They confused him on a lot of plays. They got after him. They have 4 sacks. They had 4 sacks. Picked him off twice. Give them credit, Ocho. They played well, and the Swamp is not an easy place to play.
It's not. It's not. But they've been playing so bad early, whether they're playing home or away. I didn't even expect this. If I was a gambling man and I was gambling and betting on the game today, I would have had Ole Miss winning. I would have had Ole Miss winning this game. So the fact that Billy Napier has been able to get a hold of his team and get them to play different and not what's the word I'm looking for? Not lose themselves. Sometimes the coach loses his team where players stop playing, but they just feel like, well, hell, the season is over. We're gonna chalk it up. But he found a way to get the boys to turn it around, and they've been playing some goddamn good football as of late. I know Lane Kiffin. I know Lane Kiffin. Mad than a motherfucker.
Yeah. So Ole Miss looks like they about to have the same fate as Alabama out of the college football playoff. Auburn, unranked Auburn, upsets number 15 Texas A&M. So now the number 17 SEC the number 9 team, SEC, and the number 15 team all lose today. Texas A&M lost 43-41. What is it? After 2 scores, you got to go for a 2-point. So now everything is a 2-point conversion. And Auburn scored. Texas A&M did not. And Auburn upsets Texas A&M by the score of 43-41. And I think that's the only game Alabama got left is the Iron Bowl against Auburn, right? Which will not be easy.
No, hell. Shit, what if they lose that? What if they lose that, huh?
It's in Auburn or it's in Alabama? And back to it's in Alabama. Ocho, and to make matters worse, if you think about it, on 4th down, you remember in Colorado, it was on 4th down, and Shedeur ended up throwing the ball out of bounds, and it was like 6 minutes to left. Kansas never gave him the ball back.
They ran it at a killer's clock and ran it right down their throat. Rather than stack the whole box. I mean, you couldn't stop the run all goddamn game. Stack the whole box.
They did. So, number 2, Ohio State hands number 5, Indiana, its first loss of the season by the score of 38-15. All Ohio State has to do now is beat Michigan at home next Saturday, and it will earn a return to the Big Ten championship game for the first time since 2020 and get a rematch with number 1 Oregon. The Ducks beat Ohio State 32-31 in a wild 1-point back on October 12th. This time, the game will be on a neutral turn, a neutral site, neutral field. I think the Big Ten, they played their championship games, Ocho, at Lucas Oil in Indiana. But Ohio State played well today. Will Howard, 22 of 26, 201, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. They ran the ball 29 for 115. Boy, stop.
Man, my homeboy Jeremiah Smith, the first game he didn't score, man.
Yeah, he only had 1 catch. He had hell, I mean, they only had 22 completion. What did he have? He had 3 catches for 34 yards. 22. They had 22 receptions for 201 as a team. They didn't really do anything. Their defense was suffocating. They won this game defensively, Ocho. They held Indiana to 151 yards, 83 rushing, 68 passing. Let that sink in. A team, they had 8 of 18 for 68 yards. They had 41 carries for 83 yards, 151 yards of total offense. They sacked the quarterback 5 times, 8 tackles for loss, and they picked him off.
Yep, defense played very well.
This is a defensive game. And look, offensively, Ohio State did what they needed to do. They capitalized on, the field position that they got. Great punt return to get them going. But this defense was all over Indiana. And so I don't follow Indiana that close. I don't really know how good they are. I know they were 10-0 coming into this game. They were the 5th ranked team. It's going to be very, very interesting to see where they ultimately end up at, Ocho. Obviously, they're not going to make the Big Ten championship, but there's still an outside chance because there ain't no harm in losing to the number 2 team in the country on the road. I'm sure the voters will take that into consideration.
One would hope so, huh? They've done crazier things.
But the number 2 Buckeyes, if they beat Michigan, they earn a trip back to the Big Ten championship where they'll face off against the only team that's beaten them, the Oregon Ducks, which are the number 1 team in the country. Number 25, Tennessee State beat number 11, Southeast Missouri State, 28-21, Saturday at Nissan Stadium with Leicester Tigers knocking on the door of the FCS playoffs. They share the title, Ocho. Tennessee State finished the regular season in a 4-way tie, first in the South with Southeast Missouri, UT Martin, Tennessee Tech, and the Big South Ohio Valley Conference. Eddie George makes Tennessee State case for an FCS playoff berth. Tennessee State ended the regular season by winning 7 of its last 8 games, something that may benefit the Tigers with the FCS playoff committee, which often favors team on the uptick. So congratulations,
Congrats, Eddie.
Congratulations, Tennessee State Tigers. Unbelievable. We were down there at the HBCU tour. My best friend, obviously, Keith Byrne, he's the special teams coach. So I am very, very happy that you guys have finished the regular season 9-3. FCS committee, be Spike Lee, do the right thing. Y'all know what y'all should do. They won 7 of 8. Congratulations, Tennessee State Tigers, co-champs of the Big South Ohio Valley Conference. Very happy for you guys. Anytime HBCU do something, man, you know we proud over here at HBCU. That's what we do. We're very proud of you guys. Congratulations, Eddie, and Tennessee State Tigers and all their fans out there. Daniel Jones, damn, that escalated quickly, Ocho. Daniel Jones has officially been waived by the Giants. Saquon Barkley rooting for a fresh start for Jones. Jones wants to go to a playoff team.
What? Say that again. Wait, read that for me again. Read that for me again real slow. Read it for me again one more time.
But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna press rewind, and then I'm gonna hit play. Daniel Jones wants to go to a play. Daniel Jones wants to go to a playoff team.
Now, hold on. Wait. Let me get this straight. So Daniel Jones wants to go to a playoff team. He wants to go to a playoff team where they already have a quarterback in place. But I'm assuming he wants to go to a playoff team so we know what it feels like to win. And maybe be the backup. I'm assuming that's what he mean by saying it. I don't think he means to actually start or contend or compete to be the starting quarterback for a team that always has a starting quarterback. Right?
According to Adam Schefter, Jones is expected to have multiple options, but likely will prefer to finish this season on a playoff contending team where he would be involved in big games rather than going to a Mandarin quarterback needy team, not remotely in playoff contention. But if you go into a team, you're not. I mean, so what? You just want to see?
Yeah, I think that has to be what he mean, huh? That has to be.
But he's already been to the playoffs.
Hey, hold on, think about this real quick. I don't mean to break it down. I'm not sure how good you are with being able to name all the quarterbacks in the league, but think about all the teams that are playoff or in playoff contention or even in the hunt. Even in the hunt, Unc. I mean, how many teams actually need a quarterback? And the one that
none that's in the playoff hunt.
Exactly. That's the whole point. So I think he just wants experience of knowing what it feels like to win and to be competing in the playoffs or being in contention in general. That has to be what he means.
Go to the Cowboys. But here's my thing, Ocho. When I look at it, maybe he needs to go somewhere with a different culture. Because sometimes it is culture. You get caught up, Ocho. The way they coach and the way they do things, and maybe that's not conducive for you. You get into a new situation, they practice different, they meet different, the coaches coach you different, they talk to you different. I don't know. Look, it didn't. When I heard it, I didn't. I'm like, oh, you want to go to a? I can see Ocho. You're a wide receiver. You're a running back. You're a defensive player. Okay, I get that because there's an opportunity, but there's only one. Because all the other positions, you can have multiple positions at the same time on the field. But when you're a quarterback, you can only have one.
That's right.
So, and I'm looking, I'm like, well, so going to a team that's in playoff consideration or contention, what are you going to do?
Oh my goodness. I mean, it has to make sense. The only thing that makes sense is based on what he's saying. He wants to be somewhere where maybe he's not going to be the starter. We know he's not going to be a starter, but I want to be somewhere where I can be on a team, where I can be a backup. If need be, I can help, but I would like to know what it feels like to be contending or be challenging for a playoff spot with that team. That got to be it, obviously.
Yeah. So you want to rewind that thing and press play again, Ocho?
That was a good one. That was a good one, though. That was a good one. That was a real good one.
The Jets could reportedly release Aaron Rodgers this season. In season. Let me repeat that again.
Say it again. Now rewind now. Rewind it again. Rewind it again. Go ahead, rewind it.
Play. The Jets could reportedly release Aaron Rodgers in season. Rodgers wants to play in 2025, but not with the Jets.
Whoa, what? Time out, man. Time out. Hold on. Let me get my flag. Let me get my flag. There's a flag on the plate. Let me get the flag. All right. I got my flag. I know it's white, but we're gonna pretend it's yellow. I just
Okay.
threw the flag.
You giving up.
I just threw the flag. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
What's the call of the
Where is
play?
he going? You know what's funny? You know what's funny? When it comes to a quarterback like this, with a resume like this, even though the NFL is all about what have you done for me lately? When Aaron Rodgers said, you know what? As desperate as teams are to have a quarterback, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets an opportunity after what he just said. If they do release him, if the Jets do release him and start over as far as searching for a quarterback, Aaron Rodgers will get a job simply because of what he's done in the past. They're gonna hold on to that. They're gonna hold on to the for how many time MVP? 4? If I'm not mistaken, 4?
4.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's won a Super
Ocho?
Bowl. Man, yeah, he's gonna get another chance.
Super Bowl. Diana Rossini. When she talks about the
Right.
Jets, let's listen to what she has to say. I'm told Johnson has lost confidence in Rodgers' ability to lead the team to the playoffs for the first time in 14 years, a drought that now stands as the longest in major North American professional sports league. There are some on the team who believe everyone is simply tiptoeing around the fact Rodgers isn't the same player anymore. Some around the league say they won't be surprised if Rodgers is cut in the season. As far as Rodgers, his relationship with the owner has been strained for months. That's not a secret in the building or the locker room. At this point, after conversation with sources with the team and around the league, my understanding is Rodgers still wants to play in 2025, just not with the Jets.
Like it. I like it, but I don't like it. I like it, but I don't like it because I want to break down. I want to break down the other 31 teams. There are many teams that don't even need a quarterback. What teams can Aaron Rodgers go to where he can make a difference when you couldn't make a difference when you're in New York? They gave you the players you wanted,
and they gave you everything you wanted.
You got Devontae Adams.
Alan Lazard.
You got Lazard. You got Breece Hall. I mean, come on now. What we doing?
Remember Ocho? Last year they got a what you call him, Randall Cobb for him.
Yeah. And then, if he is to go to a team, it has to be a team where he doesn't have to do much because his supporting cast can hold him up. He can't go to a team that has less talent and make them better.
He needs somebody to uplift him. For the longest time, he could uplift his teammates. He can no longer do that.
Time to change. So, but there's nowhere for him to go, Unc. There's nowhere for him to go. Like if you think about it, it's nowhere for him to go. Where are you going?
Tell me so we both know.
Man, listen, man. I think Aaron, what? But you better focus and lock in. You better focus and lock in because you're gonna be on the outside looking in a minute.
Bro, football been stopped being important to Aaron Rodgers. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Aaron Rodgers been football was football gave him ability to have the cachet to talk about all the other stuff that he cared to talk about. Y'all know this. Y'all see it. Y'all see the man demeanor. Y'all see his behavior. Y'all saw the way he conducted himself. Football been stopped being important to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he's one of the few. Aaron Rodgers has what most don't, what mostly all quarterbacks do. He has privilege. And he's one of the few. Not only does he have that privilege, he abuses that privilege and the power that he has because of what he's done in the NFL. He's one of the few that does it. Nobody else will be able to get away with some of the things. Can you imagine you? No, forget you, because you follow the rules. Let's say me, who bent the rules and always told the line and never crossed it. Can you imagine if I say, you know what? I'm not going to minicamp. I'm going on a retreat because I already have something planned.
What?
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I can imagine. They'd have find you or cut you. What the hell are you talking about? That's what happened.
Hey.
All I know is that Antonio Brown didn't go to a team meeting and they cut him.
Yeah.
They had a meeting and they had a walkthrough in the ballroom. He didn't show up and they cut him.
They don't play. Certain people are
But
extended.
see, y'all get upset with me when I tell the truth. See, my thing is, I don't know why anybody would question, because y'all see, I call it right down the middle. It doesn't matter if you're Aaron Rodgers, you're Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Lamar Jackson, or Patrick Mahomes. If I see it, I'm just gonna be honest. I've been telling you guys for the longest, Aaron Rodgers is an arrogant, condescending, flippant. He blames everyone. He takes no responsibility for himself. He's been that. He's always been that. But that he won MVPs, so everybody overlooked it. Now he can no longer be an MVP. Everybody's saying what I've been saying for years.
Yeah, but you know, when you had that kind of resume like Aaron Rodgers, when you had that kind of success for so long, you know, when you're a franchise quarterback like that, when you're a Super Bowl champion, you're extended a different type of grace, especially
yes, for sure,
at the quarterback position.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. But
yes, sir.
Ocho, one of the things. You often say, boy, if you're not careful, you'll become the very thing you despise the most in a person. He despised the way Brett Favre treated him. Did he not turn around and become the very thing he despised the most? He would.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. See, y'all don't want to listen to me. Oh, Unc talk like he. But see, Unc know what he talking about. See, y'all say Unc talk a lot. Y'all don't really be saying I don't know what I'm talking about, because when it come to fruition, the first thing you say, oh, Captain Obvious. Well, why didn't you say it? If it was so obvious, you could have said it. Look how he got out of there. He didn't want to come to mini camps. He wanted everything to be his way. Isn't that what Brett Favre? Isn't that why they got Brett Favre out of there? Now, where did Brett Favre go when he left Green Bay? Tell the people at home, Ocho. The New York Jets. Ocho, tell the people how long did Brett Favre stay in New York?
Yeah,
1 year.
And hold on. Where'd he go next? So are we saying that Aaron Rodgers is probably going to beat him in Minnesota? I don't know how. And they got JJ McCarthy coming back next year.
Yeah, no. And he's already missed a year. You're not going to sit him back another year. No. And I'm drafting a quarterback. I'm not. What is Aaron Rodgers going to do? At most, he plays a year. And you think I'm going to pass on a quarterback for a year? Are we sure he can elevate my team? The Jets thought he could. How'd that work out for them? They gave up draft capital, and they're worse off than they were when they had Zach Wilson, when they had Sam Darnold, when they have whomever else they had at quarterback. Bruh, you're not getting a Tom Brady ending. You're not getting a Peyton Manning ending.
What if he changed his mindset? What if he changed his approach to the game? Or it's too late? It's too late?
Ocho, how you do something for 20 years and you won MVPs and you won a Super Bowl, you change your mindset. Tom Brady couldn't change his mindset if he could, because he still had that underdog mentality. All he saw himself, as accomplished as he was a 6th round draft pick that nobody wanted until the 6th round. That's all he ever saw himself. He always felt, I got to go in and prove that I got to make the team. Even though after 1 Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowl, 3 Super Bowl, MVP, MVP, Super Bowl, I've got to prove it. Peyton Manning every year, prove it. It's always been about him. He's always been condescending. He's always been flippant. He's always been arrogant. He's always been aloof. You overlooked it because he was winning MVPs. Now, he's the same player. You don't change when you lose. You don't change. See, losing doesn't change who you are. It reveals who you are. That's what losing does. It reveals it don't build character. It reveals it. This is who he's been.
Just like anger. Just like anger and just like someone that drinks. You finally get to see someone's true colors when they're angry. They tell you how they really feel.
And people are like, oh, he got money, he changed. No, money doesn't change you. It makes you more of what you already are. You don't get money and become generous. You don't. That's always in you. You don't get money and become a jerk. You've always
Right.
been a jerk, but you were a minor jerk because you didn't
money.
have the
Right.
power and the money to be a asshole. So that's what money will allow you to do. People that have money and that are nice and respectful, they've always been that way. I guarantee you, you go look at anybody and they'll tell you, I don't need to call no name, but when they got money, they say, well, they've been that way. But if we're on the same level, how can I be a real jerk when we're on the same level? But let me get a little advantage over you.
Hey, listen, money does some strange things to people. It does some strange things.
Yes.
It's hard to remain yourself. You get it. But if you are able to control it and don't allow it to control you, it's a beautiful thing.
Who were you before you had the money?
Shoot, cheap as fuck.
Who were you before you had the money? That's all I ask. Is that who were you before you got the money? That's who you are now. You just have an opportunity to really show, because you got money. You really give people your ass.
Oh yeah.
Bill Belichick linked to the Cowboys and the Bucks as landing spots.
Listen, Unc. Listen, every show, I ain't gonna lie to you. We sit there and we tease Bill on the show and we ask him. Ryan Clark make jokes. Talk about he continued to ask Unc. He continued to ask Bill where he's going, and he keep doing it so he can bring him in as a GM, an assistant GM, or something like that. Ryan Funny said, I ask him all the time, seriously, even when the camera's not rolling. All he do, Bill smile, he smile, and just keep on going. He don't say nothing. So when I hear stuff about these links and stuff like that, but when I think Bill is not going anywhere where he doesn't have a quarterback. Because if you don't have a quarterback in place, it's going to make it that much more difficult to win.
Ask Bill ask Bill how did he do in Cleveland when he didn't have a quarterback. Ask Bill how he did in New England when he didn't have a quarterback. Ask Coach Saban when he didn't have a quarterback how he looked. He went to Miami, he didn't have a quarterback. You see? And he went right back to college.
Yeah. So when we hear about these links, any team that has a quarterback, I believe it. I believe it a little bit. And he'll take care of the defensive end. If you got a quarterback to work with and he understands what it takes, Bill's number one thing, do not turn the goddamn ball over. Protect the ball.
Oh, no, that gets you beat.
Protect the ball. Bill will work on the defensive side, handle whatever he needs to do over there. As long as he's able to have full control based on where he goes, if ownership understands that and allows him to do the things he needs to do to build the team he needs to be able to compete, he'll be fine. Which is why anytime I hear any type of media analyst say anything about, or a source says him being linked to Dallas, man, come on, man, stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Because that's a circus over there. And there's nowhere Bill would insert himself in being a part of the circus and being seen as a clown. Because he won't be able to have the freedom that he needs to be able to conduct himself as the coach that he wants to be.
I believe it. I believe it. And Jerry hired Bill Parcells and gave him credit, gave him control for a while. And look, T.O. was still in his prime. Coach Parcells didn't want T.O. Jerry says, I do. Boom. But you said you gave, and he referred to him as the player. He never called T.O. his name. He never called him his name. I mean, some of the stuff that Coach Parcells did, I remember when they drafted Terry Glenn and he got injured, he called him Sheep.
You for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
Man, look, Ocho, look, we
Bill
remember a lot of stuff that the coaches did, not just in the NFL, but in high school and college. Man, they lose their job, so they'll quit now.
Yeah, most definitely.
But they run your ass slap up wherever you are.
Most definitely.
I think Coach Belichick is, like you said, it's all dependent on the quarterback. but you got to have some strong leaders. I mean, Tom Brady, the Patriot way is Tom Brady. That's Brady's way, because no matter what was going on, a lot of people probably thought Coach Belichick was out his damn mind. Tom Brady was the guy that was in the locker room that smoothed everything over. He was that spreading knife that made sure the frosting was even. Coach Belichick can say what he wanted to. It was that guy number 12. That guy. I ain't gonna take nothing away, Coach Belichick. He had some great drafts, to get Gronk. He saw Gronk. He saw Hernandez. He drafted a lot. Richard Seymour, and he kept McGinnis, and he kept Bruschi, and he traded. He got Rodney in free agency, and redid time. Look, Logan Mankins. He made some good picks. Made some bad ones. Made some bad ones too at the end, and that's what got
the bad ones. Listen to me. Even with the bad ones, because of the quarterback you had, you were able to overcome all the bad picks until you didn't have the quarterback anymore.
No, but if you saw as Brady started to get older, you go to Tampa and you got Godwin and you got Mike Evans and you got an outstanding young defense and you bring in Gronk, because now he had an Edelman that was on his last leg. Too many collisions. Amendola was gone. Gronk says, I ain't going. I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. And all of a sudden, you draft, like, bro, how you draft 2 tight ends and none of them are on the roster? And you draft 2 tight ends, and then you got to go sign tight ends in free agency. Bro, you just spent a 2nd and 3rd round pick on tight ends, and you got to go get some in free agency?
Yeah. So,
and look at the guys that he drafted. Most of them are gone.
Yeah.
They're gone. A lot of them are gone.
Hey, that draft is crazy though too, Unc, when you think about it. Because no matter how they look in college, there's never a guarantee it's going to transition or transition well into the NFL.
You don't know.
You never know.
You don't. You don't know. And I tell people like, you don't know until you get him in your building, in your helmet, in your uniform. That's when you know. And sometimes I've seen guys, Ocho, we come out there and the OTAs and we go, mini camp and do flying. I'm talking about like, damn. And then man, don't laugh. Because I'm telling the truth. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Man, we put that joke in them pants.
Oh, no. Hey, boy, that's a different ball game, boy.
Dude, like he walking. I'm like, what? Son, come on, son. Damn.
Hey,
what the hell?
Listen, boy, you put them pads on, boy. That's the moment of truth, boy. That's the moment of truth.
And don't let us. We have to scrimmage against somebody else. Somebody that you don't know. Hey, they over there trying to make.
Yeah, they trying to make the team too.
Yes, what? And they don't know you. They like, I'm going to make my name off you. Man, please.
Oh, that's funny.
But I wish Coach Belichick the best. After a frustrating year, Deebo Samuels has prompted criticism from one of the Niners' best ever players. Former 49ers Terrell Owens criticized Samuels' season on 95.5 The Game. Deebo is not really playing up to Deebo standards. It seems like he's more focused on his pregame attire than the game. If we can shift that focus, maybe we can energize and create some more production from an offensive standpoint. I'm just being tongue-in-cheek with that, but Deebo responded, T.O., cut it out, fam.
Hey, everything is magnified. Everything is magnified when you're losing. When things aren't going well, those on the outside, not just speaking on T.O.'s part, but just in general, they find all the things that might not be conducive to helping your team win or having you play at the highest level that you can. But it's the times that we're in. It's the times that we're in now. And the 49ers, for some reason, after Thanksgiving, I'm going to say it again, after Thanksgiving, when football really starts, for some reason, they always go on a goddamn run.
Purdy's out tomorrow, right?
Oh, shit.
Nick Bosa's out tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I saw it. Bosa's out too. And so that takes away my point.
And is Kittle in or out?
Kittle got to be in.
He's in.
Kittle got to be in. But for some reason, towards the end of the season, the goddamn 49ers always going to run. They always going to run. Now, with goddamn Bosa being out and goddamn Purdy being out, that doesn't make things any goddamn better. Damn, that don't make anything goddamn. Damn.
Excuse me.
Hey, Unc, who the 49ers play tomorrow?
Green Bay.
Oh,
Excuse
that's
me.
but hey, Unc, it could get real ugly.
In
It
Green
can
Bay
get
too.
real ugly. And it's probably cold, huh?
Well, yeah. What's the temp in Green Bay tomorrow?
Probably about 30. We in November.
Yeah.
I bet it's about 32, 27.
Shit, it might be 20s.
Oh,
43.
they good. Oh, they good. That's football weather. That's
Yeah.
football weather.
It ain't that biting cold yet. Former Tennessee Titans head coach Mike Mularkey admits he leaked he was getting a contract extension, knowing he was getting fired the next day to get back at Titans ownership. Ian Rappaport is not happy. Years ago, Mike Mularkey thought it would be funny to lie to me to get back at his Titan bosses. It was not funny. Ocho, now, Chad, do y'all see when these reporters be reporting
Right.
things? Now you see where it
Yeah.
comes from. Coaches, general managers, owners,
The
players.
sources.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's funny. That's funny. Mike did that to Ian like that, man. I know Ian mad than the motherfucker because that
Hell
messes
yeah.
up his
Because
credibility.
that's why he said it. That's why he tweeted like it's
Yeah.
not funny. Because that's your
Credibility.
credibility
Yeah.
on the line.
Yeah. That's all you have when you're in that position too. Being right.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, that's funny.
But hey, in the Rockets loss to the Blazers, Fred VanVleet was ejected late in the fourth. As he walked off the court, he pointed at all three refs and said, "You bitch" to every single one
Hey, I
of them.
saw that.
Speaking after the game, he said, "I think I'm in enough trouble as it is tonight. So I probably don't need to discuss too much officiating with you guys. Heat of the moment, you always feel right. I know the refs aren't trying to be wrong, but we disagreed quite a bit tonight."
Emotions high. But listen, you
Yeah.
real bold to point your finger at the ref and call him you a bitch. Oh, my bad.
No,
And point it right to him. And direct. Hey, you think Mike Silver gonna give him a fine?
really? No, I don't think he's gonna get fined that much.
He gonna get something though, huh? They won't suspend,
Oh, yeah,
they
he'll
won't
get fined.
they won't
Yeah.
suspend him though, huh? Because they might try to set a precedent. You can't be chastising the ref right in their face. You know how they are. They like to come down with an iron fist.
Yeah, guys. I don't know. Excuse me. Okay, I've never been that mad upset at the official. I'm like, you missed the call, and I'm just saying, hey, bro, you missed that one. All I'm saying is you missed that one. Hey,
you know who was like Fred VanVleet? How you say his last name?
who that?
VanVleet. You know who was like him every game when it came to the officials? That goddamn TJ Houshmandzadeh, boy. But TJ didn't care, man. Sometimes I be like TJ, boy, that's the referee you talking to. He talked to the referee like he talking to somebody outside. Like, boy, TJ, we in the middle of the game, boy. You can't be talking to the ref, man. Boy, it's funny, man. It is so funny. TJ was so animated when a call didn't go his way, and he knew it might have been a holding, it might have been a face mask. He gonna let the ref know. Oh, he gonna let him know.
With basically no warning, Kendrick Lamar released a new album, GNX. You know what GNX is? That's the Grand National. That was the car released in '87. They only made a limited number of them, Ocho. They would haul ass.
They fast.
You know, I might try to scoop me
Now
one.
you don't need that. Say your money, man. Say your money. Say your money.
For who?
I mean, just in general. Say your money. Say your money. Do me a favor, real quick. Where your phone at? Where your phone at?
I ain't got no phone. I gave all my.
I'm just saying, for real. Is your phone by you? I want you to do something for me real quick.
Didn't I tell you? I told you my money and my last breath gonna run out at the same time.
Do me a favor.
When I do this, I'm gonna be flat broke.
Just do me a favor. I want you to just
what?
Just for the sake of the partnership, the union that is us. I need you to, if you're gonna take anything from me, I want you to take this. You got your phone?
Yeah.
Now just Google real quick, right? You ready? Chat,
Yeah.
y'all Google this real quick too. Google what NFL player saved the most money. Just Google that real quick and tell me what it say.
Who saved the most?
Just do that for me real quick. The NFL, what NFL player saved the most money? Yeah, just do it. Just do it for your boy. Just do it for your boy. Please, chat. Y'all do it too. Chat.
I'm thinking Peyton Manning or Brady, considering they're worth like 600 million, but okay.
I said save the most. I ain't say make the most.
They saved it. Chad Ochocinco say 83% of his salary by sleeping in the stadium.
Wait, I mean, it's more to it than that. There was a method behind my madness. There was a method behind my madness. A lot of people laughed at me during that time.
I mean,
a lot of people laughed at me. They make jokes. They still do it today. They laugh about, oh, you flying Spirit, or you wearing H&M, or you wearing all those shoes, or they do all this dumb stuff, and they don't understand the method to the madness. And it's one thing to make money, but it's a whole nother animal to be able to keep it. And not just keep it, short term. I'm talking about keep it long term. You got to understand. I got old money. I never wear it. Most people wear their money. You never know I have money unless you look at my wrist.
No, look here. I ain't gonna. You ain't gonna know I got money, but there are signs.
Come on now.
There are signs.
There will always be a sign. Always.
I'm just saying. But look. I'm going to enjoy myself, Ocho. I'm not going to be one of these situations that I should dress down or not have this so somebody you might make somebody feel bad. Bro, I work hard. There's a lot of sleepless nights. There are a lot of injuries, broken collarbone, fractured eye socket, 2 replaced hip, bone on bone in my left knee, dislocated elbow. Man, please. Man, I wish I might.
Okay, well, since you do that, I'm going to treat myself to something for Christmas then. Fuck.
You should.
I'm gonna give me something nice. I'm gonna give me something real nice.
I got I'm trying to think, I done got the kids out but it's Christmas for everybody.
Right.
It's always, like, what you gonna get your kid? I get them, they get all the time. Yeah. Now they good. They don't really call and bother
like
me.
Yours.
It's gotta be an absolute emergency for them to call me because they already know. But see, the first day they don't even call me; they call Shelly. They call Shelly. They don't call me; they call Shelly.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
So, but nah. But that Grand National, I'm gonna get me a car made. I'm gonna get me a car made. I'm gonna get that hell.
No. Get you a 73, 71. 71, 72, 73 Dunk convertible.
I don't want no Dunk. No Dunk Chevy.
I'm just saying, okay.
I don't want no Dunk Chevy. I don't want no box Chevy. I don't want none of that. I told you I'm gonna get me speed core. They do this carbon fiber. It's called Hellraiser. I'm probably gonna get that in 25, 26. I've been looking at it.
Okay. So by the time
I've been looking, I got
you said 2025, 2026.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll be worth about 200 million by then. Yeah, you laughing. That's one thing about it. I'm manifesting. I'm telling you that.
Oh, you manifested?
I haven't been wrong too many times in life, but when it comes to stuff off the field, and when it comes to money and understanding how things are going in the direction in which it's going, listen to it.
Okay, Ocho. As I've said, Kendrick Lamar released a new album, GNX, on Friday, and he caught everybody's attention from the jump. On the album's first song, Whacked Out Mural, K-Dot called out Lil Wayne and Snoop Dogg. Wayne responded by, man, WTF, I just be chilling and they still come from my head. Let's not take my kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction. Not even me. But I shall destroy if disturbed. On me. Love.
But I think
Weezy baby.
I think the line that Kendrick said was, all my work wasn't enough. I don't think I made Lil Wayne proud. Now I might be saying it wrong verbatim, but it wasn't a diss. It wasn't a shot at Lil Wayne. It's the fact that the work that he put in getting the Super Bowl and getting the green light, the headline, the Super Bowl, where he feels as if maybe Wayne wasn't proud that the work that he's put in afforded him the opportunity to get that. I could be wrong. I listen, I could be wrong. I could be. But the way I heard the line when I heard the album or that specific song where he says it, I didn't see it as a diss. Now maybe Wayne might see it a little different, which is why he responded in that manner. Or it could be another line where I don't even know what I'm talking about, and I could be wrong. Chat, what y'all think? The chat might be a little bit better in this scenario where I'm assuming they probably dissected the entire album. I listened to it one time on the plane, and it was good. It was dope. It was dope.
I haven't heard it. I've been busy today. I got a lot of stuff I got to get taken care of over the next before the end of the year. Look, somebody's gonna be happy. Somebody's gonna be disappointed. It's really that simple. Everybody, but we've got to stop this notion, Ocho. Just because the Super Bowl is in your hometown, that automatically moves you to the front of the line. They didn't do that. I mean, look, that was a once in a lifetime thing that the Super Bowl was in LA and Dr. Dre, Snoop Deal Double G. They brought out M. They brought out 50. They had Mary J. Okay, we get it. But bro, when the Super Bowl was in Atlanta, not one. No, now Usher ended up getting Las Vegas, and rightfully so. But they didn't have no Outkast. They didn't have T.I. They didn't have Luda. They didn't have Jeezy. They didn't have Thug, Gunna. They didn't have Future. They didn't have a Chain. They have
the thing about Vegas also made sense for Usher to be performed because he also had residency.
Yeah, who the hell they gonna get? Wayne?
He had his residency going on at the time. So
but I'm saying, who else would they gonna get, Ocho? Who's the staple? Frank Sinatra been dead. Sammy Davis Jr. been dead. Wayne Newton, Elvis Presley. Who the hell would they gonna get?
All that,
Yes.
It just made sense.
And if you think about it, you had basically you had to get Usher had the biggest act in Vegas at the time. But who are you going to bring in? Look, we know who they want. I mean, you can't have Beyonce do the damn halftime show every year.
Shit, why you can't?
Damn.
Shoot,
you can't. Man, look, they got Beyonce coming out there. What is that? Christmas night? No, is it Thanksgiving or Christmas night? Christmas night. They got Beyonce. Beyonce did New Orleans. Beyonce was a part of the Super Bowl 50 with Coldplay. But y'all can't have Beyonce, but damn.
No, I like it. Oh yeah. They should let me perform.
No.
Eddie Kane. Eddie Kane Ocho.
Okay, Eddie Kane. Okay, Eddie Kane Ocho. Okay, Eddie Kane Ocho. Nah, they're not gonna let you perform. And nor should they. But we'll see. Hopefully it quiets down. I thought we were done with the I thought we were done.
What, with the what? The rap beef? I think it is done. I think it is done. I think Kendrick and Wayne, they probably gonna talk, because I think it's a misconception about the line that he said. I'm telling you, I'm telling you the way I heard it. It's like all the work I put in, and no one is happy for me that I got the spot as far as the Super Bowl is concerned. And now I don't know the lyric verbatim.
Ocho, can I ask you a question? When you started doing Nightcap, how many people call you and congratulate you on getting Nightcap?
Oh shit, a lot on boy. Hey, they hit me like crazy, boy.
Inside the NFL,
huh?
Inside the NFL,
shit, a lot of people, boy. A lot of people. That was dope.
But I'm saying, if they hadn't called, you was gonna like, man, I can't do this, man. Can't nobody call and congratulate me. So
it wouldn't matter to me either way, Psalm 23:5.
But how close? Because here's the thing, Ocho. I look at it like this: those are your friends, people that how close was Wayne and just because we in the same field, that don't mean we close.
They're more so associates, associates. You just happen to do you have the same respective craft, but are you really as close as you thought just because they don't reach out and congratulate you?
Yeah,
Sometimes they want you winning, but they don't want you winning more than them.
true. Oh, now, if anybody knows, now you know I
Yeah.
know
Oh yeah.
that now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But they already know I use saying both these fools. Yeah,
I hope they figure it out though, man. Either way,
I do too.
ain't no
I
need
do
for
too.
no more rap beefs. No more rap beefs, man.
Nah,
I
I
think
mean,
the game itself needs Kendrick. The game in general, the rap game, the culture itself needs Lil Wayne. Again, the culture itself, it needs Drake. When everybody is in one accord and doing their thing, making music, not beefing, I think that's when it's at its best for everybody. For everybody. The beef stuff is cool. Having two giants like a Drake and a Kendrick going at it lyrically, keeping it at the pen, only the pen. It's great for the culture. It's a great time. But listen, let bygones be bygones. Everybody get back to, doing what they do best, making music.
Ocho, I got a story for you
Oh
right now.
shit. Come on.
Two Florida inmates are expecting a daughter together after conceiving through a very, very
What
unconventional
happened?
means. Daisy Link, who became pregnant without ever meeting Johan DePaz. Johan? Is it Johan DePaz? Johan DePaz. Link, who is charged with second-degree murder after she allegedly killed her husband, reportedly told her family that she became pregnant after DePaz passed his semen in a plastic wrap through an air conditioning vent. Link described the details that their relationship started by speaking through the vent. DePaz reportedly expressed his desire to become a father, so they devised a plan to have a baby together, saying they put the semen in saran wrap every day, 5 times a day for like a month straight. He would kind of roll it up almost like a cigarette, and he would attach it to a line that we had in the vent, and he would pull it through. Link said, "From there, I placed it inside you. The yeast infection applicators I had placed in that there, and then from there, yep, I administered it."
Oh,
What?
hey, that kind of crazy there, boy.
Boy, they wanted a kid
Well, they
bad,
didn't
huh?
want a kid bad. Is the fact that you're incarcerated, you have no other option. So, what's the one thing you do? You know,
Shit,
no,
my
you
bad.
good, you good, you good.
Nah, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna give me some conjugal visits. You be
Yeah,
good.
that's hard, man.
How?
Even on those type of visits, it's hard to have any type of vertical or horizontal activity.
No, that's what a conjugal visit is, Ocho.
But where they got them at? Huh? Boy, this ain't the 80s.
You get to go to the table and put that
Boy,
tool
you
stick
must,
on them.
you think about the goddamn movie Life. That ain't, they don't do that.
They have conjugal visits, Ocho.
Well, where that's at? I'm not saying, I'm just
I ain't
asking.
in
I'm not
jail, so
gonna be there. I ain't never heard of that. Now I seen it in the movie.
and plus, if they got if they got female guards,
That's a problem. I always thought about it. What is it about the CEOs, especially women officers that work at the male prisons? They always end up sleeping with the inmates, or
yeah.
by or
You got somebody with low self esteem, Ocho. You got somebody, baby. You pretty. I know
right,
your man. I know your man. Real lucky. He
right,
real
right,
happy
right,
to
right,
have
right.
you. You think so? Oh, you think? I keep telling you that every day. Damn, girl.
Yeah, yeah,
Girl, you got a girl. You
yeah.
banging, girl. If I wasn't in here, you'd be
Right.
my lady.
I think
Really? Yeah, hell yeah. As fine as
yeah.
you are, you think I let you walk around and you not be my lady? Next thing you know, he got a bend over in the corner
Yeah,
somewhere.
I think it's all about curiosity. One thing I always say, human nature is human nature is inevitable. Oh my God, human nature is undefeated. You hear me?
Yeah.
Human
Yeah.
nature is undefeated. I don't care about, your moral compass and how and your core values and all this other stuff, that we're taught. Human nature is undefeated. Depending on who's asking, you're gonna break, And if you don't man, it's just
No, Florida. Y'all, I told you, we need to annex
whoa,
Florida.
whoa, whoa. What Florida did? Florida ain't did nothing to y'all.
Yeah,
Florida
they
ain't did
do.
nothing to y'all.
All the bullshit that go on.
What? Listen, this is normal. This can happen anywhere. It's not just not. It had nothing to do with just Florida.
Oh, Ocho, check this out. I'm reading this. This says, check this out, Ocho. They say the United States Federal Bureau of Prisons do not allow conjugal visits for prisoners in federal custody, but each state has its own rules. Only New York and California, for example, allow same-sex conjugal visits. Programs which allow an opportunity for conjugal visits in the United 5 states: Mississippi, New York, California, South Carolina, and Minnesota. So all y'all in the chat say, no, they don't. They do. Stop thinking y'all know everything. Told y'all they do. No, they don't. No, they don't. Now I need y'all to, what y'all was writing, talk about they don't. Now I need y'all to hop y'all hands right back in this chat and say, yes, they do. Say, oh, we sorry. Damn. Y'all, Ocho, I've never seen a chat that jump on sometime, Ocho, they just jump on to see if you and I are wrong. That's all they wait for. Ocho, it ain't that. No, it ain't Ocho. No, it ain't. No, he know what he's talking about. Now, I want y'all to run it. I need y'all to be just as loud. Said, oh, they do.
Damn.
As you were when they said they don't. Now, just being loud, I'm waiting. Now, I ain't trying to go to find out. I kind of like the business I get right now. But I'm just telling you how it is, what happens when correctional officers and inmates.
Well, listen, one thing about it.
And sometimes, if you work in a female prison, hey, they be getting them women pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
But you have a little bit more, I'm saying, males. I mean, a lot of times there are a lot of males that work in female prisons. And look, some of them good-looking women got a bad side, Ocho. They got a bad side to them.
I think everybody got a bad side. It just depends on, it take the right person to bring it out. It take the right person to bring it out. Dang.
Lord have me. I'd be scared, Ocho.
Yeah. All right, listen, listen, man. I just.
Because then you go, Ocho, now, if you get caught with a prison, you go,
I ain't doing that.
They're like, Shannon. They're going to be like, Shannon, all these women outside, you in prison?
Yeah, you just say, well, it happened in prison because it was convenient.
Shooting fish in a barrel. They right there.
It is. Convenient,
Nah,
I know. I mean, I wouldn't be in there anyway,
No, hell nah.
Nah.
Because here's the thing, Ocho. I had a couple of my homeboys that worked in the prison system for 25, 30 years. And, he was like, he gave everybody respect because that's the number one thing now. They'll chop your damn head up. You don't give them the respect that I don't care what they've done or how you think they are. You better give them their respect. Now they're gonna take it.
You got to. They'll make your life a living hell.
One inmate told my homeboy, he said, I wouldn't do anything to you because I like you. He said, I like the way you treat me. He said, you treat me with respect. He said, you know what I've done, but you give me respect as a man. He said, the problem is, he said, now, you come here 8 hours a day to try to keep me in and try to keep me in my place. I get 24 hours to think about how I'm going to fuck you up. My homeboy said, I'm glad me and you get along.
Hell no.
And that's true. Yeah. That's really true, Ocho. It's funny that these are they've done some of the most heinous things, but they got a code. Time for us to do Q&A.
Q&A.
Devin Bell say, GD, damn, what kind of dog is that? Big. It's a it's a South African Boerboel. It's a South African Mastiff. Just like an English Mastiff or a Bull Mastiff. It's a Mastiff. It's in the Mastiff family, but it's a different breed. But it's called a Boerboel. And he's 2. He just turned 2, and he's 176 pounds.
Hey, I'll steal your dog, huh?
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm thinking about like the old me, like the old me back in '87. You know, when I used to steal mangoes off people's tree and take people's dogs. I'll take your dog
You
and
gonna
I'll sell
steal?
your dog to my homeboy in Miami.
I'll know who got him. Because when you go to the hospital with dog bites in your ass, Ocho took him.
Hey, you think your dog will bite me?
Yeah, if you come up in the house, absolutely.
I will come in your house. I will put your dog in a full Nelson.
Okay. I'm gonna be upstairs.
Oh, you gonna hear him? Hey,
I'm gonna be
you gonna hear
upstairs.
him down there?
No, I'm gonna be upstairs. And I'm just and when that door open, I see you, buddy. I see you. When that door open, a dog look like Hercules from the movie Sandlot. It's the same. It's a Mastiff, but it's a Borbol, South African Borbol. Kimber Norwood Jr. says, "Where do you see Aaron Rodgers playing next season if he doesn't return to the Jets, or should he retire?" You know, Ocho, I'm not in the business of telling people to retire. He's earned the right to play as long as he wants. Somebody will give him that opportunity. But from all intents and purposes, it seems like there's a meeting of the minds that the Jets don't want him and he doesn't want to be there. Now, is there someplace else he can go that somebody else that wants him or feel that a veteran quarterback, they can get a year out of him? I don't know. But it doesn't look like and I asked the question last week, Ocho, before this story even came out. Why would the Jets even want him back? What are we getting?
Yeah, I mean,
he's going to be a year older. And the likelihood of them bringing Devontae back at that salary, now, is he going to want to come back at a reduced rate? How much of a reduced rate would he be willing to take? And they're probably over the cap, so it's going to cost them probably going to cost them. They could probably have to lose some players, Ocho. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
But Kemper, I wish I could tell you where he should go. But what are you going to get? Are you going to mess up your roster for a year? And the way he looked this year, do you believe that you're Aaron Rodgers away from the Super Bowl? Maybe Aaron Rodgers 5 years ago, you might be that Aaron Rodgers away, but not at 41. Because he's going to be 41 next year when next season start, right, Ash? He'll be 41 this year.
Damn.
I look, it is what it is. Hareem Abdullawan. What's good, Nightcap? Shannon, what's up with you giving Jerry Jones and Aaron Rodgers the blues? They're doing the best with the little that they're both good at what they do. Come on, Shay, cut them some slack. What? This is pro sports. You don't get no grace here
at all. Because when you're a player, as a player, and you messing up, do they give us grace? We don't get no grace at all.
Look, Aaron Rodgers has done what he's done, but look, when we critique Aaron Rodgers, we're talking about his play this year. We're talking about his play right now. All those, like you see these trophies, if we don't get another award, Ocho, they can't take these away.
We got plenty more to come, but I understand where you're going with it.
So Aaron Rodgers, he's an MVP. He's a Super Bowl champion. That can't be taken away. He's a many time, I don't know, 10, 11, 12-time Pro Bowl player. But this year, we got to be fair. We got to critique him this year. This isn't a Lifetime Achievement Award. Maybe one day in time they'll have those in pro sports, but not right now. Right now, Aaron Rodgers has not played well. You know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. And so that's all I'm doing. The Cowboys, they're lost cause. We don't need to talk about the Cowboys anymore until they start winning some games. I mean, or play better than what they play and give us something to talk about.
I think Daniel Jones, I'm just going to throw this tad bit out there. I think Daniel Jones might go to the Cowboys and finish off the season.
He might.
You heard it here first. I heard it from a source.
Jackie Legg said, "Hey, love you guys. Thoughts on Bo Nix? Think he's playing well? I think he's played himself into Rookie of the Year contention."
I like that.
Played well. Look at his numbers. Played
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been phenomenal. I mean, he's the type of guy that Sean, he's athletic. He has above average athleticism. He can make throws. Yeah, sometimes his accuracy comes and goes, but for the most part, he's been really good. He's been really, really good. I'm glad we got him. Elijah Martin said one question. If the all-time Broncos played the all-time Bengals and one in their prime, who wins?
Shit, we
stop a hole in Ocho the man.
Hold on. Who y'all got gonna stop me? Nobody.
Ocho.
Who y'all gonna stop? Who y'all got gonna stop me?
Ocho, y'all got one Hall of Fame player.
You got two. Me.
Who? Y'all got one Hall of Fame player.
We got two. I don't need them people validation. I put my own jacket on.
You got one Hall of Fame. No. So I guess you 100 millionaire. You a billionaire too.
I got about probably about 82 million.
Hey, all I'm saying is that we would beat the brakes
y'all
off y'all.
Wouldn't beat the brakes off
take
nothing.
Y'all best 11. You take y'all best 11. Chat, open the chat up. Who y'all
chat
think
don't
winning?
know. They weren't even alive.
Nah. We're going to take the Broncos' best 11 players offensively, their best 11 defensive players, and we're going to take the Bengals' best 11 offense. Ocho, we're going to beat the dog. Boy, we're going to mollywop y'all.
One simple question. Who the hell finna stop me?
Ocho, y'all ain't going to get the ball locked up. We're going to hit y'all in the back of your damn head.
All I need is 2 seconds. Ain't nobody getting back there before 2 seconds anyway.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Look up my numbers.
Well, if y'all was that good, why y'all didn't win more games? Why y'all ain't won no Super Bowl?
I ain't got nothing to do with that. It's a team game. I'm talking about me.
Yes,
I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. Who gonna stop me is what I asked you.
Somebody stopped your ass in Cincinnati. Y'all didn't win no playoff games. So somebody stopped you.
It's a team game.
Somebody stopped you. It's a team game when your 11 against our 11. It's a team game. So somebody stopped you.
Trying to change the goddamn topic. I asked you a specific question on who the hell finna stop me.
Somebody stopped you. When? So who stopped you when you played with the Bengals?
Nobody. You heard what I just said?
How many playoff games you win? How many playoff games did you win?
I don't know. It's a team game. I'm still talking. You keep.
Ocho, thank you. It's a team game. Our team is better than yours.
Why are you trying not to? You're not listening to the goddamn question. I said you. You is singular. I didn't say nothing about us.
Okay, Ocho, you're going to have 500 yards, and y'all still getting the hell kicked out you. Hey. Now, how about that?
All-time.
Who going to stop me? Who going to stop Shannon?
You want me to tell you who's going to stop you?
Man,
I can tell you who's going to stop you.
Oh, by the time we get Von Miller, we get D. Ware, we get Steve Atwater, we got Champ Bailey. Y'all not moving the football. Who blocking Vaughn?
Everybody you just named scared of me.
Who blocking Vaughn?
Everybody you just named Big Willie. Big Willie.
I want to know who blocking Von Miller.
Anthony Munoz. Big Willie. Now what? Now what?
What?
Now what?
Man, we going by y'all. Boy, we going to beat the brakes off y'all.
I'd have ran Aunt White ass over, man. What you talking about, man? Hey.
You know what? I would say, Ed, don't hit it too hard, Ed. Don't hit it too hard. He don't know no better.
I don't care about getting hit either. Hey, me and Champ had some good battles, boy. But we had some good battles. That's my boy there. I love me some.
Boy, we gonna kill y'all, Ocho.
I mean, I know it's a hypothetical, but it ain't sweet as you think it is.
Oh, it's sweet.
I know it's a hypothetical, but it ain't as sweet. It ain't.
We got Champ. We got Louis Wright. We got Akeem Talib. We got Chris Harris Jr.
Listen,
man, we got Atwater. We got Dennis Smith. We got John Lynch. We got Brian Dawkins. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Everything you just named, I'm running through with a smile on my face.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
This man gonna say, he said it's a team game. I just said our team gonna beat yours. Then he gonna talk about who's stopping him. I thought it was
nobody.
A team
game. Listen, the team ain't here right now, so it's just me.
Have you ever had a 100-yard receiving game in the playoffs?
Me? You talking to me?
the conversation with the Bengals, the all-time great Bengals. Hold on, are you sure? Because that might Chase and downtown Eddie Brown and Isaac Curtis, you might not even be on the roster. Why you bumping your gums?
You better look at the motherfucking receiving lead in every goddamn statistical category for the Bengals. You done bumped your head. Who you talking to?
I mean, why you over there talking? You hyping up Chase and Isaac Curtis and downtown Eddie Brown.
Now, don't get too crazy like you got COVID over there. Like you done forgot. You better pull up the numbers.
I'm gonna put Talib on you and snatch your goals out.
Put him on me.
And snatch your goal. Hey, bet he take your chain.
He Muslim?
I bet he take your chain. I bet
he be eating pork when I'm done with him.
I bet he take your chain
when I'm done with him.
I ain't even worried about Talib. Hell
right one. Put him over.
You see what he did to
Put him over there by himself.
We gonna win the game.
No.
A whole lot to a few. I promise you.
Trust me, you ain't. I'm gonna talk your whole defense out the game before the game even starts.
Man, we'll run through y'all, Ocho. Hey, Lady Ray. Hey, Lady Ray, where you been? She must have been at the bar. Where Lady Ray been, Ash? Hey, guys, which one of you would be a better Vaughn villain and why? And what would your villain character name be? Me?
I'm a better villain. Actually, I lived it. I still am the villain. Still am the villain. Me?
This man here.
Yeah, what? Huh?
Man, this man here.
Woo!
Man, this man here.
Hey.
Who would be the better?
Good tonight. Hey, them midday naps be paying off, man. Shit.
Who you think gonna be the better villain, Ocho? Me or you?
Come on, now you know I've been a villain all my life, man. I was a villain.
Ocho,
let me finish.
Ocho, you tipping everybody.
Now let me talk now. I was the villain in elementary. I was the villain in junior high. I was the villain in high school. I was the villain at Oregon State. I was the villain at Santa Monica. I was the villain in the NFL and terrorized them goddamn people and ain't follow no rules. Now you want to know who would have been the better villain out of me and you. God damn. The writing is on the wall. The proof is in the.
Ain't nobody scared of no milk dud with eyes. Wait. So what you was so?
The better villain is right here, I live it. I live it. I walk
it. Man here.
I'm not. Listen.
Ocho, you too nice. All you
want
to do is help everybody, Ocho. All you do is show grace to everybody.
But I beat a bitch ass though. You feel me? I show grace, but I'm telling you, I do them like Anderson Silva. That's why I always show grace and be nice, because if you get out of line, I had to put you in your place.
Man. Man, this man tip everybody. This man ain't said a bad thing about nobody. Now
I be talking bad about people now though.
You got better. I will give you that now. Queen of Topics TV said, "Hey, Unc Ocho, happy early holidays. Ocho, is French fry getting a bigger Christmas tree this year?"
Oh, that's a good one. Hey, Unc, you should have saw the Christmas tree last year, Unc. The Christmas tree was about this big. A little tiny black one.
I got it.
Yeah. We're gonna we're gonna make sure baby get a nice Christmas tree this year. Make sure all the kids get everything they want, man. It's gonna be a good Christmas.
Sean said, "Today is my 28th birthday. Hopefully, I can get it in my night clapping." Sean, happy 28th birthday. I hope so too, bro. I hope so too. I hope everything she done laid it out for you. Hey, y'all went to a movie, got a nice dinner, did what y'all needed to do, got your nice outfit. Now you on them sparks.
Get them sparks in you, boy.
Yeah, now it's time to knock 5. John Tavius Fraction. I'm a big fan of both. Can I work for Shay Media? That's on Ash.
See, hey, you see how he put it off on somebody else. Now, if you asked to work for me, I would have sent you my number and told you to call.
Hell, I ain't hired no. Hey, Ash do the hiring.
Oh, my bad.
I got other stuff to worry about.
Oh, my bad.
I got a lot of other ish to worry about. Comedians Cruz said, "What up, though? I'm a master impersonator, so I had to get y'all. Check it out. I promise y'all laugh. #1 podcast. Keep going. P.S. Like my grandma said, boy, if you're hungry, you better eat." Who is this? Is this what you call him? Godfrey? Because he always said some bull jive. Yeah, you full of energy tonight,
Hey,
Ocho.
listen, I did that thing with Troy. Then, boy, I came home, took me a nap. Boy, I'm feeling good. We can go another 2 hours if you want to.
Oh, I say we got another question. Oh, Dark Barn said, Ocho, ain't beating nobody, but remember when you tried to hit Ray Lewis and ended up on your own butt grunting?
Hey,
yep, I remember that.
You see what y'all fail to realize? I hit Ray Lewis.
What?
Ray Lewis didn't hit me. You see the difference? Even though I did lose. Do you understand what it takes to be able to do that? When everybody else running around
so think about it.
I'm built
Ocho,
different, man.
Think about it.
It ain't about me losing.
Imagine it.
Sometimes you lose.
Imagine if he had
It's
saw
the laws
you.
of physics.
Imagine if he had saw you. He didn't see you.
Sometimes that happens.
Imagine if he had saw you.
If he saw me, then what? Did he make the play? Did he make the play? Did he make the play?
It'd have been worse. It'd have been worse.
Did he make the play? Was the question.
It would have been worse,
job.
Ocho. No, your job is to hit him and not go to the ground.
Hit him.
You lost.
He didn't make the play. That's all that mattered. I did my job.
That wasn't his play to make.
It was.
You tried to. It was. That's like
talk crack. It was talk crack.
Ocho, that's like you stealing on a dude. He don't see you and you steal on him.
Well, see, that's the difference. If it was a punch, I would have knocked Ray out.
Man, you hit the man flush, Ocho, and he didn't budge.
He was scared.
Damn. But see, when you weigh 150 and you running into 250, that what happened.
That's the funny thing. I ain't 150 no more. Now I'm 225.
Nah, he'd have moved a little bit if you was 225.
I'm saying, I'm talking about now. I'm 225 now.
You ain't 225 now, then or ever.
Come on, now. I got my camera 4D. I know you can see this shit.
Ocho.
Look,
Ocho, do you see the difference in shoulders?
Yeah, because listen, my shoulders are aerodynamic. I can't help it because you got Tonka truck shoulders. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
That's the point.
I need my body to remain aerodynamic. That's me.
But Ocho, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You only gonna be so big because where you gonna put the weight?
What you saying? The weight gonna be in my shoulders? No, the weight is in my thighs, my calves, my back.
Ocho. Ocho. Them little skinny ass legs, Ocho. Come on, man. I seen bigger legs on a piano.
Okay. Everybody doubt me, boy.
Ain't nobody doubting you, bro. I'm just saying.
Everybody want to doubt. Everybody want to doubt me. Now, when we do the live show in New Orleans, right, Super Bowl, and I come out with no shirt, and all the ladies fall out in the crowd like they did in the movie 5 Heartbeats.
You still, Ocho, even if you come out with no shirt, Ocho, you 165.
Nah. I'm telling you, I'm gonna come out that thing ripped up, looking like an action figure, huh?
No.
All right.
Well, we're gonna see. I can't wait to see. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite Unc Shannon Sharpe, Liberty City's own Bengals Ring of Fame honoree, Pro Bowler, All Pro, Ring of Fame, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Just call him Ocho. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. We thank you sincerely, everybody at Club Shay Shay, for your loyal, trusted support. Hopefully, we get to continue that support through the end of 24 and all of 25 and beyond. Thank you again so very, very much. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock. We have an abundance of it. We do realize the holidays are right around the corner. If you cannot find it in a city or a state near you, order it and we'll get it right to you. What better way to have a very festive holiday season than with a bottle of Shea by LaPortier. And one more thing, please drink responsibly. Please go follow my media company page on all of its platforms. That's Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84. As you know, all of our releases drop, but guess what? We had a Black Friday sale that just launched. Shirts are $20 off. Hoodies are $40 off. Yeah. All the tees and hoodies are back in stock. Nightcap, Club Shay, and 84. Everything is in stock. And Ash has discounted this way too much. Wait till she see her check for the month of January. She'll understand why I'm smiling and she's not. We also released some stocking stuffers, beanies, and cozies. Sleeves. Koozies. Quantities are limited. Make sure you grab yours while supplies last. Alabama was upset today on the road. The unranked Sooners beat Alabama 24-3. The Kansas Jayhawks won 3 consecutive games against ranked teams after having a losing record. First team to do that. They won 37-21. Coach Prime said they fumble their own destiny. Travis Hunter is a bigger Heisman favorite than he was entering to the game. Now he's minus 800. Boise State, they won. Ashton Jeanty, 20 carries, 169. He's now over 2,000 rush yards on the season. If I'm not mistaken, he's 2,062 yards on the rush season with a 17-13 win over Wyoming. Florida knocks off number 9 Ole Miss in the swamp, 24-17. Auburn upsets number 15 Texas A&M, 43-41. Ohio State mollywopped Indiana, number 5 Indiana, at home, 38-15. And Tennessee State beat number 11 Southeast Missouri State, 28-21. With now they're 9-3. They share the Big South and Ohio Valley Conference Championship with a 9-3 record. Now they're hoping for an FCS playoff berth. Committee, Spike Lee, do the right thing. Congratulations, Tennessee State. Eddie George, outstanding job. Burns, congrats, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. And Daniel Jones has officially been waived by the Giants. So the Jets also could release Aaron Rodgers in season before the season is over. That concludes Nightcap. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We'll see you tomorrow after Sunday Night.
Let's go, Bengals.
You ready to go to bed?